perfect timing. I gotta pat myself on the back. Good job, Zell. Good job. You managed to get it just right this time. Just right. You're you're an amazing gamer. Seriously, you should get married. Yeah, someone should marry me. For real. So much so that, you know what? While we're waiting, am I the asshole for asking my husband to skip his nap to check my car? That is the. I'm already hooked. How can you not? How can you be the asshole? Unless, your husband works like every day 16 hours a day. He's like, I need to sleep. And he just sleeps 1 hour before going back to work, and then you go like, can you check my car? My car is doing the brrr sound. I don't like it. That, yes, I could say you're an asshole, but I don't think that's what is happening at all. We'll see. For now, I'm just gonna wait, and I'm just gonna try my elf stack yet again to see if I find something cool. Man, what a deck. I don't care if elves is not tier. It never is. Shockers, I know. So we have 3, 3, 6, 1, 7. And this looks like a mulligan to me because we don't have a turn 1. Yeah, we have Dryad. We could do Windspread Wheat Heat, but yeah, this sucky. Ew. Meanwhile, I'll just read this one while we wait for everyone to join in. My husband was home at around 1 p.m. napping after covering a night shift. He works every other night. I was supposed to attend a friend's engagement, but my car wasn't working. Since he has experience in this area, I woke him up and asked if he could skip his nap to check to check my car. He told me he needed to sleep, but eventually went to look at it. He said something about a problem that needed an hour to fix and suggested I take an Uber, but I didn't think it was a good idea because I didn't want to show up to my friend's house in an Uber. It took more than an hour to get it fixed, but I still had time to catch the event. He came home and he was livid about the fact that I made him do the thing while he was asleep. He told me I was wrong to call this a nap since he had to cover a shift the night before. I said it was alright since he had a night to sleep, yet he started ignoring me while sulking. I think he blew this out of proportion, but am I the asshole? I mean, if your husband had a night shift and he's sleeping, he's not just napping, he's sleeping because, he worked the night. Just call an Uber. What's so wrong in being my car broke? Just call an Uber. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I don't understand. Where? Issue where? Issue where? I really don't understand where the issue is. I really don't. Can anyone help me? Anyone, really? No? No one? I mean, I don't get it. Sometimes people just do these things and be like, oh, but Why can't you take time for me while I can't take time off from being a first world country, uh, and take an Uber or take fucking bus or stuff? I think you're the asshole. I'll be honest. If I could understand that he's playing video games, and then you tell him to do that. Even then, it's kind of but the yada yada yada, the potato depends. But here he's sleeping. You went there, you woke him up, and you tell, asshole, just fix it. He just told you could take an Uber. Why bother? Just take an Uber. Just go with that. What's the harm in that? For real. No, I want my car. I think you're the asshole. Why not? Exactly. And now that OP has answered, it's even worse than I could have imagined. OP woke her husband up after sleeping off a night shift to fix her car because she was too prissy for an Uber. OP is the villain, silly, ungrateful, and demanding woman that gets her. I don't fucking care about that. Yeah, that pretty much swung me into you're the asshole. Not being able to afford one, fine, but this reeks of snobbery. Exactly. It wasn't a good idea because I didn't want to do it. Yep. Can we find OP? A crap tain. You're the asshole. You woke him up in the middle of his night. Yeah. You made him do hours of manual labor. Yeah, okay. And all that because you couldn't be bothered to take an Uber to a party. So you basically took your problem and made it his issue. You didn't even let him deal with it in his own timeline. And she's belittling him. It's just an app. And he blew it out of proportion. I mean, he did blew it out of proportion, but I think that he blew it out of proportion because this isn't the first time that this happened. It's like it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Get what I mean? If she did this to this, if she acted like this for this specific reason, she must have done it for many other reasons. So I think it was just for fuck's sake. I've been working all night every time, and then you do this. Can't you understand? I'm sleeping. I'm not napping. Sleeping after an overnight shift is not a nap. Exactly. Thank you. My husband was home around 1 p.m. napping after covering a night shift. He works every other night. Immediately, you're the asshole unless someone is dying. You just obliterated his sleep schedule for the week. Yeah, I agree. If he's working nights, it isn't a nap. He's literally sleeping. Yeah. Just take a hike at this point. You're surely gonna be better off with it. Take a hike than take an Uber. It was a judge my arrival party with guests holding 1 to 10 signs on the front porch. Drinks and food awarded according to arrival rating, and the lowest rating would have to pay for everyone else. Yes. I don't see OP though. Let me. How do you check? I guess you do this. Oh wow. I didn't want to show up to my friend's house in an Uber. Oh no, this one. Thing is, this particular friend is big on image and appearance, so I didn't want to cause her any embarrassment. Some people can be like that. Yeah, you. Answer, no, had a whole night of sleep. Around 9:11 a.m., then he goes to sleep at 12:30. 9:10. Okay. Was it I was going to be working? What times does he get off if he worked the night before? When does he sleep? He went to sleep at 12:30, and you woke him up at 1 a.m. at 1 p.m. You're literally saying, "Hey, look, you slept for half an hour. Work again." Jesus, are you fucking kidding me? He works every other night, yes. However, he gets to sleep the next day and nights as well. He himself even says that sleeping during the day isn't as good as a night. So that's that. You basically say, "Hey, you shouldn't sleep for 24 hours because no, you're the asshole. Go home. I need for playtester. Pay me and I will." Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my daughter's wedding because I don't support it? Yeah, nope. Am I the asshole for not nagging my relatives around the food options for their wedding? Why is it so much? Am I the assholes for weddings? Just stop. I want something else. Am I the asshole for not asking my kids to come to my wedding? Ah. After they RSPV, they responded. Responded seafood play. Oh, oh yeah. If you said no for not asking to my kids, I don't fucking care. Am I the asshole for finding my friend's behavior uncomfortable? Finally, some actual good shit. Also, what is going on here? What's up? Okay, now it's steady. Okay, let's read this one. Around 3 months ago, I started hanging out with a new friend circle. At first, I knew only one person in the group, but most of them are very friendly, and it was easy to feel included. And despite not knowing everyone for long, I just feel like part of the group. However, I recently started feeling uncomfortable with the behavior of one of my friends, who I'll call B. B stands for bitch, is probably the one I've talked to the least. I don't dislike her, but I believe that she prefers to talk with people she knows for longer. This is not the part that bothers me. It bothers me how she acts around A. A, it's very extroverted, and is the person that made me feel the most welcome in the group. It sometimes feels like the entire friend circle revolves around her, which is fair because she gets along with literally everyone. Now to the problem. Bitch is very attracted to A. I mean, attached. I mean, way too attached. If they're both in the same room, 9 out of 10 times, bitch will be right beside A. If A is, for example, laying on the couch, then bitch enters the room. Oh, when bitch enters the room, she sometimes will literally ignore everyone else and beeline to A, and sometimes just lay on top of her. No matter what the context is, she's always hugging or touching A in some way, and it's not even subtle. If A doesn't care, neither should you. Obviously, I don't have anything against them being close, but I think A is just obliging B bitch for the sake of peace. Bitch doesn't act like this with anyone else, nor anyone is as attached to A as bitch. Also, my other friends are more respectful of personal space, so often A and bitch are the only two who are close together where where we are all hanging out, and it's just awkward as fuck. Again, it's not your fucking problem. B, if A has a problem with bitch, she's gonna bring it up. It's not your problem. If A needs help, she will ask for it. One way or another, being like, she's kind of too hands on, I'd rather some a little bit hands off, then yeah, you might. I'm not saying you should, but you might have an okay moment by saying yada yada yada. But like that, No, 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 my boy. My G, no. Let me do a thing. I want to check something. Get what I mean? It's not your responsibility to have them, you know. It's not your responsibility to defend another person if they are not uncomfortable with it. Finally, one day I was talking with A, my other friends were around, but doing something else in the same room, when bitch just interrupts our conversation to hug Hey. A just laughed and continued talking, but I found bitch's behavior very rude. Is it? I mean, she just went and said and went to hug. Is it that? Is it that irresponsible? That asshole-ish? I don't think so. I I don't believe so. I wholeheartedly do not believe so. Since I'm not as close to bitch, I decided to speak to A about the situation. A few days later, I brought it up when we were alone. I told her that she should speak with bitch and establish some boundaries. You're the asshole. She just kind of shrugged and changed topic, but I insisted saying the bitch's behavior was uncomfortable to see, especially when it's all of us hanging out. Look, it's not her problem. It's your problem. Shut the fuck up. If you're jealous that she's getting more hugs than you do, it's not my fucking problem. It's not even about jealousy. It's about, look, how is two people being not even close? I can understand if she's hands on, but if Ace doesn't have a problem with it, then why should you? It's the same principle of, oh, I don't like gays being kissing each other. If you don't like it, well, it's not my fucking problem. If I want to kiss my husband, I will. And if you don't like it, close your eyes. Which, mind you, it's literally here as well. I specifically mentioned the incident on the other night. To my surprise, she just laughed and said if it really bothered me, I should just close my eyes. Yes. I warned her that if she kept letting bitch act like this, I'm not even sure she's a bitch anymore. People could get the wrong ideas. Finally, she told me to keep to myself and pretty rudely told me to shut up. Based. You should shut up for real. I was surprised since A had never talked to me like this. I was only expressing how uncomfortable I was, and I didn't know why A was defensive since B, I'm not gonna call her bitch anymore, is the one in the wrong here. She's not! You're the one in the wrong. You're literally going into the thing and saying, oh, you shouldn't have a friendship like this. I know how to have a friendship. That's why I have a new group of friends, not you. Because the entire group basically revolves around you because you get along with everyone. I don't get along with everyone, so you should follow what I say. What the fuck? How old are you? 22? Get a grip. I could understand if this thing was from 16 years old, but at 22, you're still a kid. Yeah, but Jesus Christ, grow the fuck up. Let's probably go for since B is the one in the wrong here. You never told B that you're uncomfortable with this. No one ever said anything about it. You're the only one that is expressing this shit. If you're the one that is uncomfortable, then it's your fucking problem. Maybe I should have talked to B directly, but either way, I wanted to know if I'm really the asshole here. Yes. Many people here seem to believe that A and B are dating. Maybe I made it sound that way. If it's any irrelevant, they're not. If they were, I would at least understand why B is so attached. Who knows? Maybe B has a crush on her. Who the fucking knows? Why don't you fucking take your opinions and you keep them here instead of putting them out here? Don't do as I say, don't as I do, because I'm doing the same thing. But at least I'm the streamer. I'm allowed to be an asshole. All right? I pay my price, which is basically making a fool of myself on the daily. So yeah, it seems people seem to believe I have a romantic feelings towards A. I would have said so if I did, but I don't. I don't even. Eh. I guess by this point it's relevant to clarify that I agree that I approached the issue in a very bad way, and that I'll apologize to A as soon as possible. No, you shouldn't have a problem with this. Period. This is where you should mind your business. Exactly. Everyone has different boundaries. If A is okay with it and B is okay with it, why do you care? You are the one stressing it over it. They are fine. Exactly. Because he wants to fuck A and B is getting in the way. Looks like he better see himself out. Too busy thinking with his D. And is going to get himself in a lot of trouble. He's already effed up. Alright. And there it is. Why would you be that bothered unless you were the one that wanted to cross those boundaries with A? I don't think it's that specifically. People have different boundaries, personal spaces, thresholds, let's put it there, walls, whatever. Maybe he doesn't like to get like that. Maybe he doesn't like that, but if you don't like it doesn't mean that others don't like it. It's just that easy. Told her that she should. I warned her. Excuse me, who the fuck are you? An asshole, that's who. That conversation was OP lecturing A, not talking. I didn't even ask A if she was uncomfortable with B's affection. Exactly! People could get the wrong ideas. What wrong idea? Oh, I'm in a relationship with her. Then what is the wrong idea? Oh, you're in a relationship. No. Oh, wow, I thought you were in a relationship. And? My friend and I always say, good, hope they do. I'm not touchy-feely, but my friends are, and it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Especially for someone that has been in the group for only 3 months. Yes, exactly. Can we? You're the asshole. They're both okay with the situation. I'm really unsure as why you're so bothered by it. Are you jealous? Is some kind of so insecurity you're unaware of? I recommend trying to figure that out. Yep. That is perfect. A and B have been interacting with each other for longer than you've been in the picture. You don't know what history you missed. You gave your input to your friends, which is important. At this point, you would have been 100% not the asshole. But then you kept going and pushing at it on a reread twice after A changed the topic, which put you into the asshole territory. Maybe there are friends with benefits. Maybe B walked in when A was about to commit. You don't know, and it's not your business. Jesus, that went dark very fast. Yeah, basically, you're the asshole. If they're fine, shut the fuck up. As long as they're not hurting each other, you have literally no grounds to stand on your. You can't. Just shut up. Am I the asshole for grounding my son, for abusing my trust, and banning his best friend from spending the night anymore? So my son is gay, which isn't an issue. So then, what? Why you say, oh, he's gay, it isn't an issue? Okay, maybe it becomes relevant later. Oh, his best friend. Okay. Oh, okay. I get it. He came out on the 8th grade. Sam has a best friend, Joaquin. Jacon. Joaquin. Yo, Quinn. Okay, that's his name now. Who he's known since they were 5. Yo, Quinn. Lives right down the street and has spent the night countless times with no issue. He's a good kid and we're friends with his parents. Until now, I assumed Joe Quinn was straight. As far as I knew, I've only ever heard the kid talk, asked about girls or advice with girls, and he had a girlfriend for a while. Maybe he's bi. Maybe he hasn't found out himself. I don't fucking know. So even after Sam came out, I was perfectly okay with Joe Quinn continuing to stay the night. That is until over the weekend when I got up in the middle of the night to pee and decided to check on the boys. I caught them making out in Sam's room. Apparently Joe Quinn is bi and they started dating a few months back under my nose. So basically went, I gotta pee. I wonder what the kids are. Just why? Just let them alone, for fuck's sake. I probably got more upset that I needed to yell at Joe Quinn to pack his stuff and go home, and I yell at Sam that Joe Quinn is banned from staying at the night anymore, and that he has to have his door open at all times when Sam was over. I told him he was grounded for the next 2 weeks for abusing my trust. What trust? What trust? What trust? For real. He argued back that I was being unfair and I let his older brother have his friends over a night and sometimes his girlfriend, and I wasn't treating them the same. I reminded him that his brother was 18 and in college, and he still says it's a double standard, and I embarrassed him yelling like that. Am I the asshole here? I might be an asshole for reacting the way I did, for possibly creating a double standard and getting so mad that I yelled at them the way I did. I mean, it feels like you... I could understand if they just kept saying, yeah, we're just friends. But even then, they're 15. They're kids. And they were just making out. I could understand if they were going balls to the wall. But they're just making out. Just let them. Be like, oh, you should have warned me. You know that there's nothing wrong with just telling me. This way, now the kid knows that he doesn't have. He should keep these things secret, because look at that. Is this how you teach a kid to be more open, by just straight up banning him to spend the time with his boyfriend? That's not how you do it. That's fucked up. In my opinion, at least. You should have told me. You should have told me. That breach of trust really rubbed me the wrong way. But I can understand that you're a kid and it's been, what, a couple of months? A couple of months is nothing. I didn't tell my parents I was in a relationship until I was like 4 or 5 months in, because I didn't know if it was gonna last or not. And I didn't even tell, hey, look, I'm dating with her. It just, she's part of the family, period. She became part of the family, period. Yeah, you're basically teaching him to be sneaky. Nothing more, nothing less. Allowing college kids to have romantic partners for a sleepover, but not allowing school kids to do the same isn't a double standard. It's one standard, and 2 kids that follow either side of a boundary. Different people have different concerns about kids and sleepover. With some people, they're concerned with specific reference to pregnancy, which clearly isn't an issue for Sam and Joaquin. For others, the concerns are over any kind of sexual interaction they think is age inappropriate. Requiring doors open when a teen is entertaining a BFGF is pretty normal, so no double standards here. On the other hand, you were probably a bit over the top in your reaction when you caught them. I'll score you not the asshole, although I think you overreacted in a bit of an asshole way. Look, as I said, I can understand balls to the wall, but a little bit of making out isn't gonna kill anybody. Look, a little bit of making out isn't gonna kill anybody. in my opinion. I'm more of the I'd rather you be safe under my roof than out in a car somewhere mindset. But the fact that Sam was sneaking around shows me that OP isn't that way and Sam knows it. He should have been upfront and honest with OP and shown he was mature enough to have a significant other over if he wanted to avoid this. OP still reacted poorly, and in my opinion, in a way that will encourage Sam to be sneakier. But they have their boundary. It's not unreasonable to say your adult child can have a romantic partner over the night while your minor child can't. And that's what I was talking about, basically. Reference for to her reaction. How reasonable are you when you wake up in the night to pee? Drama girl. Apparently, she was awake enough to choose to go and check on the teen boys rather than just peeing and crawling into the bed. So, in those circumstances, pretty reasonable. Yeah, I agree. Not the asshole, there is no double standard here. Older brother is legally an adult, Sam is a minor. A lot of parents don't want their minor children having the big S. So it has nothing to do with straight be gay. No. It's how she reacted. It's how. Also because if you really wanted your kid to, not bang, you would love to have him close, not away. So you would not ban him from, your boyfriend is not gonna be and he's not gonna sleep here anymore. Because he's gonna say, oh well, I'm gonna go out and they're just gonna bang outside. So yeah, that's a poor thing. She doesn't realize that banning sleepover won't stop sex from happening, right? There are so many other places they can go and have sex, and they could do it at any time of the day. It's probably a good time to start talking to the son about safe sex practices. Exactly. Thank you. Actually, it's a pretty good deterrent. Sure, as a teenager, I could have possibly had sex with a girlfriend on the floor of an old shack I found in the woods. But did I really want to? Considering you were a teenager and you had more, how do you call them? Not pheromones. The teenager thing. Basically, you think with your dick, you don't think with your head. Probably yes. How you doing, Darian? Basically, see, I'm not gonna call OP a homophobic, but a pretty bad one. Pretty bad parent. Although you're the assholes are teenagers. Don't listen to them. You're not the asshole. Your son knew you wouldn't be okay with his significant other staying the night, and he purposefully didn't tell you that they were dating, so he would continue to stay the night. No parent in their right mind would be okay with 15-year-old having sleepover where there are significant others. Or let me be clear. And mind you, I'm not a parent. But I've been a kid, and I know that if you say, "Okay, I'm banning you from sleeping here or sleeping from your partner," we're just gonna bang somewhere else. I'll just say it. Come on, you can't say if they want to bang, they're gonna bang. There's a story about a friend of mine. We were only just friends, just so you know. Never. I had a crush on her, but she didn't have a crush on me, so it never worked anything. So just so you know, I got cucked. No, I got friend zoned, which is fine, mind you. It's fine. The friend zone doesn't actually exist. But anyway, her parents were scared that if she spent the night, she would have been banged. And I always read this and heard this, and I always answered, not towards their parents, of course, but with my friends when she wasn't in the equation. Be like, look, if I want to bang her daughter, I would have done it before dinner. It doesn't have to be during night. It's not like, oh, it's midnight, now sex is available for purchase. It's It's stupid. If your kid wants to bang, he's gonna bang. This is why you should talk about everything good and bad. Tell him, look, you should wait. I don't have the power to stop you, but you should wait. You never know. And that the house, his room, only his room, it's a safe place. And that he shouldn't do much noise. Otherwise, god damn it, I'm gonna come in with a bat. I'm gonna say, oh, you either shut up or I'm gonna put this up your. No, wait, they're gay, so they might like. I kid. Instead of just saying no, you just say be warned because of this, and this. I think you're missing that the son knew he wasn't supposed to have significant other stay the night and deceiving his mom. He never say anything about that. She never said anything about that. She said, "Oh, you broke my trust." You're the asshole. You're the asshole, in my opinion. He's 15 in a relationship. You're talking like no one. Okay, I was like, okay, it's possible, but I just realized we're on Reddit. There's no way a single person here had a relationship before they were 24 year old, and they had Tinder that basically did the matching for them. That's stupid. If they want to bang, they're gonna bang. There's no way. There's nothing else you can do it. Anyone telling you otherwise is either not a parent or is an actual child. OP is not the asshole for being upset that trust and rules were broken or for enforcing boundaries. They're not the asshole for grounding their kid either. The blow up and kicking a teenager out is the middle of the night. We're over the top. Oh yeah, I forgot. She kicked a kid out of the house in the middle of the night. Really? I just realized. You say, oh yeah, sex isn't safe. Go outside with all the strangers that are outside during the night. Maybe you have drugs, or maybe they're a little cuckoo crazy in the head, or maybe they can do whatever they want and get out of my house. That's fucking. She should have called the kid's parents instead, huh? Yeah. But even then, just tell them, okay, you're sleeping here. Tomorrow morning, you're out. You would have been still be the asshole because, come on, they're kids. They're kids. Especially, they've been friends since 5. Of course they were. I'm not gonna say of course they were gonna be together, but if you see them together, you gotta realize that they aren't just like, oh yeah, we've been dating for 15 years. They just figure it out, especially if they were just making out. I don't understand. They could have been 50. They could have been 24. They could have been okay. It could have been 30. I don't fucking know. How old was a 18-year-old when he started being able to have sleepover with the opposite sex girlfriends? When he turned 18. That is a double standard, but they're just gonna bang outside. They're just gonna bang outside. It's not a problem. No banging in this house. Okay, we're going in the woods. We'll go in the park, and we're gonna get a fine for indecent act in a public areas, whatever it is called in English. Stupid. That's stupid for real. You ground them in another way. You let them be together, but you ground them on another way. Have you seen what Romeo and Juliet have done to each other? They literally killed themselves. I know I'm exaggerating. Am I the asshole for not wanting my babies? Yep, nope. Am I the asshole for refusing to take my ex-wife as my +1 to my son's wedding? I don't want weddings. God damn it. Would I be the asshole for putting a camera in the kitchen without telling my husband? Yes. Am I the asshole? Oh, also, I like a boring update. No carbon monoxide, no ghosts, no one else living in the house. I could only wish my house was big enough or soundproof enough for that to be possible. No gaslighting, probably no serious illness either. I don't even want to. Am I the asshole for pulling over for a funeral procession? What? What? My wife and I went back to my hometown to visit my family this week. Where I grew up is across the country and much more rural than where we live currently and where my wife grew up. We decided to go see a play in a nearby city that my wife has been wanting to see, and we were running a little late because she didn't get ready in time, and we were in a rush. A few minutes into the drive, I saw a funeral procession coming down the road towards us, so I pulled over and put my hazards on. My wife then asks me what I'm doing. I tell her that a funeral procession is passing by, and I have to pull over, as you have to. I Do you have to? Now that I think about it, I never actually had either a question during my driving exam nor a real life situation, but I think you should. I mean, I would do the same. She asks why and says that it isn't against the law to keep driving. I say that I know it isn't against the law, but it is a sign of respect that I've always been taught to do. She then starts to get irritated and says that if we sit and wait for them to pass, then we're going to miss the show and they won't let us in. I say that maybe it is just a cultural difference, and I am truly sorry if we miss the play, but this is something I feel strongly about, and I'm not going to move until they have passed. My wife then gets even angrier and says she doesn't understand why I have to act this way. I then tried to explain myself as best as I could. I told her that some of those people in that line are currently having the worst day of their life. They are on their way to say goodbye forever to someone they love. Having been there before, it can be infuriating watching the world continue to go on as normal as your life is being shattered. Why is it the rest of the world mourning? Why is it the rest of the world mourning a beautiful life being taken away? In that short ride between the funeral and the grave, our local culture acknowledges this unfairness. I pointed at the cars behind us and said that each of those people have places they need to be as well. But by stopping, we are saying to the grieving, we might not have known the deceased, but we will acknowledge both them and your grief by putting our lives on hold for 5 to 10 minutes while you pass. That is actually, I have shivers. That is poetry. You're not the asshole. Only for the reason for how you said it alone. That is, you're not the asshole. Have my kids. You're not the asshole. I have been in that line before. If this simple act by others meant a lot to me. My wife just argued that I was putting by the feelings of complete strangers over her, and I knew how much she wanted to see this play, and I was taking that away from her for people I don't even know. I stood my ground and didn't move. By the time it had passed, there was no chance we would have made the play, so we went home. My wife is still angry at me and wants me to apologize, which I did for her having missed something she was looking towards to, but I said I will still do it again. Here's the thing. If your wife wasn't late, you would have not had this problem. So who's the real asshole here? Huh. I made us miss a play because I pulled over for a funeral procession. I honestly never expected to wake up with this many comments, but I'm fully ready to accept my judgment. I will take that. I've read through pretty much all the comments, and it really seems to be a matter of cultural differences. Everyone is free to their opinion, but it is a little hurtful to read all the comments saying that I just did this out of spite. What? Why? How? When? I never read anything about this. The only spiteful thing I read is this. She didn't get it ready on time, and we were in a rush. That's it. No, I don't think you're not. I don't think you're the asshole. You're not the asshole. You don't deserve to be called the asshole. My grandpa used to get out of the car and take off his hat. Not the asshole. The base grandpa. Respect to grandpa. I had an uncle who was an elected official in his rural community. He was a really lovely, caring man who never met a stranger, and everyone adored him. When he died in his mid-50s, the funeral was so packed that the people who couldn't fit into the church were standing in the parking lot. As we drove it to the cemetery, not only did every single car on the road pull over, but every country vehicle, all the sheriff's office cruisers, all the fire trucks, all the ambulances, all the trash trucks, everything had been brought out and parked along the side of the road, and every county employee was standing beside their vehicles, and the ones who wore hats were holding them in their hands. It was incredibly touching and deeply moving. I can understand that. God damn it. I mean, I can understand how touching it was. God damn it. That's be the change in the world that you want to see. And this uncle, Gothic gingerbread's uncle, did it. Beautiful. Beautiful. People use the phrase pillar of the community a bit willy-nilly, but this guy was the real deal. Yeah, he was. And for what he said, we don't know if it's true, but if it is, god damn it. Good. God damn it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, they're still talking about that. I never had this. I never had to experience something like this, but if I ever have to, just for how he put it, I will. I will do the same thing. I don't care. I want someone's defending this nonsense to tell me that they would be willing to miss their flight for the sake of voluntarily pulling over a process and going in the opposite direction. I was all fired up to rag on OP's wife for being rude and disrespectful because my family just recently dealt with disrespectful asshole cutting off and getting in the middle of a funeral procession for a deceased loved one. But this comment made me reread the post and realize the procession wasn't in the opposite direction. So there's literally no need to stop. You pull over and let the funeral procession pass you when you're going the same direction, and you never cut any cars in said procession off. But I've never seen all traffic both directions. I don't fucking know. Kind of seems like OP was looking to make sure they were late to teach his wife a lesson for not getting ready in time. I don't think so. It never read like that. Considering he apparently had to stand his ground by arguing without moving long enough to miss the play, it was 100% a power move he was trying. Nah, I don't. It doesn't feel like it. Does it? Does it? I honestly have never heard of pulling over and stopping it for a funeral procession unless it was being forced to by the police or those people who control traffic for a funeral procession. Maybe I'm just rude by OP standards. If a 10-minute procession is all that held you up, you were missing your flight either way. Yeah. If you're going to if you need to go take a flight, if you have to fly, aka take a plane, just go earlier. Just go 30 minutes earlier. It's always better to be early than late. Why the rest of the world money a beautiful life being taken away? Main character syndrome. That what? It's not even. I would understand if it's like, oh, why is it the rest of the world burning my beautiful life or a life that I care about? He's right. It's not wrong what he said. Fuck this. I'm out. I don't think he's the asshole. I mean, he did an asshole thing, but I don't think he's the asshole overall. The reason is just wedding. No. Would I be the asshole for cutting my single mom neighbor off our Wi-Fi? No, I don't think so. Depends. I share a house with two others of similar ages. We all work as freelance creatives and don't earn loads. Our next door neighbor, Anna, moved in a few months ago. She has two small children and is a single mom. I was raised by a single mom and so obviously wanted to make sure she was okay. I said if she needed a hand setting in, just let us know. A week later, she knocked on my door asking to use the Wi Fi for her kids, saying she was having trouble getting the electrician in. Electrician? In? Totally fine. A couple of weeks passed, and we got a knock on the door, and a child is standing there with a mobile asking for the password. I give it to him, as I'm not really going to say no to a child. A few months or so pass, and we are having a few issues with the Wi Fi. Nothing major, just buffering and stop and starts on Zoom calls. But I work from home sometimes, so I need fast Wi Fi. I text Anna asking if she has the electrician in. I know she hasn't, as I can see she's connected, but as a gentle nudge. There are now 7 additional devices on our Wi Fi at this point. She says she's still having issues. Fine, whatever, it's around the holidays, I get it. Fast forward to now, it's been nearly 3 months and no sign of an electrician. All her devices are currently using our Wi Fi, and we still are having speed issues. We could upgrade, but it's about 20 more a month. Why would you? Why? My roommate decided to just cut her off and not say anything, but I feel bad doing that to a single mom. She also has not attempted any kind of contact, friendship with us besides asking for the Wi-Fi, or asked to extend using it, offered to chip in for it. We have been friendly, given her a gift for Christmas, and offered to babysit should she need. 5 years of experience. Oh, Jesus. Would I be the asshole? Oh, yeah, engineer gaming, not electrician. Yeah, same thing. I mean, no, you asked her. You did, and she clearly doesn't care about making a thing for you. And honestly, you could just put maximum devices. You make 2. That's how you do it. You make another Wi-Fi because you can. I know you can because I can, so you can too. And you can put a maximum of 1 device and a maximum bandwidth speed. And you tell her, look, you're using too much Wi-Fi. We need it for work. We don't want to cut you off. This is the idea and the password for the Wi-Fi. If you want it, it's basically free Wi-Fi. You can put maximum 3 devices. 1 for you, 1 for the kid, and 1 for the other kid. That's it. Easy. Easy solution. If she needs the Wi-Fi so fast and for every other device, she can just buy it. Not the asshole. Just be honest with her that it's impacting your work and only you and your roommate can be on it. Also, you don't need the electrician, engineer, whatever. She knows what she's doing. It's not like it was a one-time emergency or 1 device for schoolwork. She added 7 devices. She has been mooching for 3 months. I mean, I had open Wi-Fi for a little bit of time, and I decided to put a password when I saw the kids were literally coming in front of my house to play their video games, and a guy with a car that would park in front of here, and I would just wait for long enough for them to get settled, and then turn the Wi-Fi off. Now that's an asshole thing to do. Yes. At the same time, fuck you. I do whatever I want. It's just easy. Just put another thing if they want. If she needs internet, let her have a chance for it. But just like 1. Not the asshole, not the asshole. I just say change the password if she comes running and asks, but I thought you got it all set. Oh, I thought you got to set it up already. You said you were getting them out, but it would be X time. Then watch her weaponize her kids against OP and said they needed their Netflix, blah blah blah. This is why I love that my Wi-Fi has a guest access. It lets me share that one with people and turn it on and off when needed. It's really useful. I don't think people use it as much as they should. Speaking of which, I should probably go kick out devices from my main Wi-Fi. I That's it. I should say we had a problem with the Wi-Fi and waiting for the engineer to come. I keep saying this every time she or the kids ask. She lost every and any generosity with being a shameless leech. OP doesn't owe her an explanation of why they don't let her and her kids use the Wi-Fi. Internet they pay for free at all or anymore. She's not entitled to the neighbor's internet. OP was a lot more generous than warranted. 1 or max 2 weeks is a very nice thing to do, but 3 months that's self-sabotage on OP's and OP's roommate's part. OP, please stop being a doormat. I would have been fine if it was just one device. One device is fine. Come on. It's not that bad. I think it may vary from place to place, nation to nation. Some areas are very stringent about putting every wire in a conduit, as opposed to a guy taking a big drill to make a hole in the wall and string cable outside the building. Nah. If a P has a decent Wi-Fi router, she can set up a low bandwidth network or throttle certain devices. Then they are near cut off and cannot impact their stuff through bandwidth issues. They just get spotty service and will likely complain to their mother. Yes. Exactly. That's what I said. Yeah, you should just tell her. Just tell her, hey, look, you've been taking too much for it. I can't do that. I need it to work. Mighty asshole for following my wife's request and letting her fail and let a problem bite her in the ass. How can I not open this? I try and protect her from harsh realities or things that will turn out badly. Sometimes they're big things, sometimes they're little things. You're a little bit overprotective. Okay, I get it. I get it. Slow down, you're going too fast. No, I'm not. Oh, slow down, you're going too fast. No, I'm not. I drive here all the time. So tell me what to do. Speed trap, speeding ticket in the mail. Don't buy that drink. You won't like it. Oh, don't buy that drink. You won't like it. You won't. You will not like it. I'm gonna buy it. Gross, it's pineapple. I hate pineapple. There goes 20 bucks, kind of things. Okay. She insisted I let her fail, so she learns a lesson and stops protecting her from it. I do it because I love her, not to shelter her or to keep her in a box. She gets so upset when she fails, like emo teenager curl up into a ball and sulk in the darkness vibes. And it's really hard for me to just let this happen and fight trying to rescue her. So these holidays, I did let her fail. She pays the utilities for the house. She left a lot of lights on, including the tree running around the clock. I do what I can to negate it, but never said anything. I didn't purposely run around and burn electricity to prove a point. I just didn't fuss about it when lights TV are on in her room. No one was in all the time. I simply turned things off and not say anything. She just got the bill and it's flabbergasted at how expensive it was. I mean, if you're living here, electricity just skyrocketed. I mean, not just, but it did skyrocket because, funny Russia, man. So, yeah. I told her I wasn't surprised because of all the electricity being used during December. Now she's mad at me for not being sympathetic for the bills she has to pay. Am I the asshole for letting this happen and not being sympathetic for the bill she's going to have to pay? The other arm, my wife pays the utilities and left the lights on all the time in December and got the bill and is surprised at how much it is and wasn't sympathetic for her. I mean, did you warn her? Did you warn her? Be like, hey, you're burning electricity. You know it's gonna impact on the bills, right? She says, "Oh no, it's fine. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you anymore, but don't come to me if that bites you in the ass." I believe that he hated the asshole. He tried to protect, but she kept making mistakes. So man, he tried to protect, but you gotta understand one thing: you don't always have to protect people. I literally had a discussion with Rebecca because I tend to be overprotective and I tend to be over look do it this way. I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. And I told her I still have the fucking voicemail if needed. I can't leak DMs. I don't think she's gonna be angry about me saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I overdo this stuff." I'll try to do it less because I know you're an adult, but at the same time, you know I'm an adult too, and I would just see stuff that I know that can be done in a better way, and I just say, hey, if I teach her, she's gonna be able to be better. Imagine being a better human, a better adult. Not better as in, oh, I'm stronger now, but this thing that I used to do it in 5 minutes, now I can do it in two. I gained 3 minutes of my life for the rest of my life. But I know it's hard to do so. And to be fair, I too like to see her fail, not because I suffer, but because it's a learning experience. Because I gave you my tip. You said, okay, I'm not gonna use it. You're an adult. I don't have to keep your hand. If you succeed, that is a lesson for me because you're showing that you can do it that other way. If you fail, well, now you learn that the thing you did failed. So next time you might try to do it like I did, like I said, or do something else. Get what I mean? Again, I'm not saying, oh, I'm right. I'm an asshole for that. I'm a piece of shit for that. I know. She said it herself that it's stressful to have someone that is always, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't, you should, yada yada yada. I mean, what are you, a partner or a parent? So I personally am learning very slowly. It's very stinking hard to do. So I'll be honest. I'm slowly, very slowly learning to just shut the fuck up. And here, I think he's better than this because he told her, slow down, you're going too fast. Oh, I'm not. And then you did things. Oh, don't buy it. Maybe you should just be like, I know there's a speed. I know there's a thing here. Go slow, please. Oh, but don't buy a drink that you won't like it. You won't like it. Be like, hey, I read that there's pineapple in it. I don't know. Let's see. Not the asshole. She wanted to fuck around and she found out. Seems to me like you should stop trying to save her all the time and let her learn that all actions have consequences. Don't you know that hatred have consequences? I gotta find it.
Cause you freaking pricks just can't ever be quenched. Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they? You freaking pricks! What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
I love it. I love it so much. I can't even go that high. I'll at least have a conversation that OP has tried to help before it's a problem. She's thesis. She needs to fail to learn. Can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole. Especially that she said, "Oh, why didn't you stop me?" That is the point. That is when you say, nah. Can I say it? Can I be a racist? Please, can I be a racist on stream, please? It sounds like a privileged white woman. You know the one. The stereotype one. Be like, oh, nothing I do have consequences. It's never my fault. And of course, not everyone is like that. I don't think that every single white American woman is like that. But there is the stereotype for a reason. At least online there is. So yeah. I don't want to be the ass. I mean, I want to be the asshole. I like to be the asshole. Don't go against them, but yeah, they should learn that there's a simple graph. Let me take paint. You can't spell paint without writing pain. There is a very very important graph that is like, how did you do this? Okay, this and this is fuck around. This is the find out. This is the scale, and if you go look it up, the thing is pretty much like this. The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. And I think that here was when when OP told her, "Hey, look, this is a I don't fucking want that brushes." That OP said, "This is the word." Oh, what is that R? That is the word. If she fucked around like up to here, she wouldn't find out much. But she went above and beyond, and she went to the maximum. Look at that. Look at the scale. Look at the scale. And here we have the... Oh, what is this shit? No. The bill. What is the bill? See? This is simple. Simple. Honestly, it's simple math. The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. The higher the fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. So yeah. I don't think he's the asshole, but I'm biased. Let's see. Seems like no matter what you do, she blames you for the outcome. Just thinking about having to deal with the unfairness of that kind of relationship makes me tired. I think I'll go take a nap. There is a single example of her blaming him for a negative outcome in this post. The whole language of failure and protect her from harsh realities over these really low-stakes scenarios doesn't sit well with me. Being surprised by an expensive power bill while the world is kind of in the middle of both a cost of living crisis and a power gas crisis, a la thank you to the Russian man, is absolutely not a failure. It's a normal human reaction to some tough times. His response to shift the blame onto her is kind of a dickish and really unfair to the tough times a lot of people are doing. I mean, if she didn't left the lights on, maybe she wouldn't have to deal. She wouldn't have to deal with the bill. So it is a failure on her part. Yeah, it is a failure on her part. Leaving the lights on constantly adds up. Turn off the lights when not in use. That shit costs money. Yeah, exactly. I leave my garage lights mini shop on a lot of times because they ran 24/7. It would cost me $18. I don't get what I leave my garage lights on a lot of times because if they ran 24/7, it would cost like that. If you leave it all on, I'm having an ironism. Why did you marry a woman who hasn't learned to be an adult? You're basically treating her like a kid. I don't get it. I wonder how old they are. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just let them be on that regard. Just let them be. Honestly, I'm thinking more you're the asshole. She didn't blame him for not warning her about the bill. She only wanted some emotional support while she dealt with it. This whole post reads me like his wife was sheltered as a kid and then treated like a child by OP. She's now realizing as an adult how that stunted her and is trying to learn from her mistakes. OP doesn't seem to like that, given that his reaction at the end was a simple "I told you so." Being a responsible adult is a skill, and learning it takes the. I don't think that is. I don't think this guy is totally wrong. If you put it that way, you make stupid mistakes and learn from them, and you learn better if the people in your life who knows the skill try to help you learn it. OP is actively preventing her from learning because he claims he doesn't like to see her hurt. If buying a $20 drink, not liking it, is enough to send her spiraling, then yes, she has a lot of growth to do. She seems aware of that, but OP doesn't seem to care. Yeah? Husband, I don't know why she doesn't react like an adult. Also, husband to wife. You are a babe. You are baby. I'm gonna protect you. Yeah, basically this. He should, he should. I can't say he should have not said I told you so because I love to say I told you so. I bite my tongue so many times, but it still comes out so many times. Even when I'm biting my tongue. I love to say I told you so. I'm sorry. Rebbe, for watching this, I'm sorry, but it's just so. It's the fact that you knew what was gonna happen. It's just. But you should also give her help. Be like, I told you so. I'm gonna help you. Let's not make this mistake ever again. Gonna help you this time. You're infantilizing her and she's acting like a child. It'll sound like a match made in heaven. Let's not bring JoJo into this shit, alright? Am I the asshole for picking the blackmail? Here, look for my No, I don't fucking care about weddings. Am I the asshole for telling my parents and maternal grandparents that they suck, and if my siblings and I end up with a bad self-esteem as adults, they can blame themselves for subjecting us to our half-brother and his mom? Wow. This is a handful. Do we actually want to go inside this? Do we? This goes balls to the wall from the get-go. There's no breaks. Just pedal to the metal right from the get-go. Okay. Make sure I couldn't care since saying me. Fair. Well, let's go. My mom was married before my dad, and had my half brother who is now 27. My mom and her ex divorced when he was a baby, and she met my dad when my half brother was 2. I'm now 17, and my brother is 15, and my sister is 14. So your brother went back in time. He was 27, now it's 15. I know it's another brother, don't worry. My half-brother's dad is the world's biggest asshole. He has said repulsive stuff to me and my siblings. He turned my half-brother against my dad and convinced them he's a bad dude. Because of all of this, my half-brother hates us, hates our dad, has been cruel to me and my siblings, has repeated stuff his dad... has repeated stuff his dad said, and 10 years ago, when he still was splitting time between both houses, brought his dad into our house and made sure we could all hear what this man thought of us. I suffered a lot after that incident. I spent the first 7 years of my life hearing I was ugly, that I should have been dead, wishing bad things to me, and then dead. It was then I realized that my half brother really did hate us and would never give a crap about us because he was as twisted as his dad. I guess I should be glad it was only ever words. Yes, you should, but still, Jesus Christ. What were your mom? What was your mom doing, and what was your dad doing? My parents never gave up on the idea he would see sense, and have corrected me over the years, saying I only have two siblings and that my half brother hates us. My parents have put me in therapy with the intent of me holding on to love for him and being willing to welcome him back whenever he comes around, regardless of whenever he apologizes or not, because it might be too hard for him to face what his dad has done to him. I have seen him a handful of times in the last 5 years, and all of those times he was still the same person I remember. My maternal grandparents are going to be 50 years married in a few weeks, and they have invited my half brother, who would only agree to come if his dad is there. So they agreed. Once I heard it, I didn't want to go, and my siblings were with me. Our parents and maternal grandparents said we have to go, and we will be forced there if they have to. I got my paternal grandparents involved, and they were outraged and offended to take us when the party happens instead of. They were outrageous and offended. And offered to take us when the party happened. Okay, I read it wrong. And offered to take us when the party happens instead, but that was dismissed. My parents and maternal grandparents then sat us down and told us we are going. We are going to give the family a chance to heal, and we should be happy to see our big brother again. I snapped and told them that they all suck, and if the three of us, me and my siblings, ends up with shitty self-esteem, and if we end up fucked up as adults, they can blame themselves for subjecting us to two people who viciously hates us. And I have said things most would turn anyone away for saying. Yeah, basically, she said, okay, I gotta put the blame on someone. I got into big trouble for saying that, and they told me I was a horrible thing to wish onto us and say to them. So basically, I suck at reading, especially because I should really hydrate my eyes. God damn it. It's a thing. I have to do it. At least I gotta also clean my glasses. I did it at the start of the stream. I didn't think they would be too greasy. But basically, for what I understood, I'm just gonna do it like this while we're doing it. The brother hates the family. The brother hates the family. The big brother. The dad hates the family. So why the fuck are they even invited? Okay, I'll just be straight up. This is something that I never share. I mean, not never share, I just don't really do. But I have a half brother. This half brother is fucked up in the head. It's basically like this, for real, for real. He was abrasive. He was abusive. He was a piece of shit. He hates my mom, hates my dad, hates my whole family. I don't know if he hates me, but surely I'd rather not know. He was kicked out of the house. We tried to get back to his life a couple of times. Every time it blew up in our faces. So, you know what we did? We cut him off. He is an adult. He knows how to live his life. He has a wife, I guess. I haven't heard of him since 2010, 2012. I don't remember. It's been so long. And honestly, I don't even want to know. I mean, I miss him because, it's still part of the family. But until he deals with the shit that he has in his brain, or aka inside, I'm not taking shit. I'm not taking shit from him. My parents, luckily, were smart enough to understand it, but these parents, they don't. I think this is an everyone sucks situation because the kids are growing up in a very shitty place, and the brother, if he acted like that, should have just been away. Should have just not put it away for put him out of his misery. Of course not. But if you clearly hate your brothers, just don't let him. Just don't let him in their lives. He's just gonna ruin them. He's 27. He knows what he's doing. Just yeesh. And yeah, I can understand OP for snapping and saying the shit that they said, but I don't think it was unwarranted because at the end of the day, they don't want to go. It's not even I'm lazy. They literally say, I hate my half brother. I hate his dad. They are making our life miserable. I don't want to be near them anymore. Let them not be there, or fuck the brother, the half brother. Simple as. Also, why is the dad there? Oh, I want to be here only if my dad is here. Well, fuck you. No. Simple. But yeah, so still, this is madly unhealthy for you. Exactly. Not the asshole is surprised your therapist hasn't told them they're asking for impossible things and that they need to support and respect your boundaries. I don't see the therapist anymore, sadly. Oh, I thought she was saying, I don't see that therapist anymore, luckily. Damn it. It's not everyone sucks situation. But not because, she's an asshole. She did an asshole thing. She should have not snapped. She should have told them, hey, I'm actually feeling shitty because of this. But the situation sucks. Jesus. Why would your family want to bring this stepdude around? Why would he want to bring his father? Why aren't your parents trying to protect you from all this abuse? This is some BS, especially from the dad. Where is a peace dad? You see the brother being a piece of shit, you go and you tell him, shut the fuck up. I fuck your mother. So shut the fuck up. Like in Xbox, the kids be like, I fuck your mother, I fuck your mother last night. It's like that. Those people made it abundantly clear what they think of you. And you're as free to express your opinion of them. And your parents and grandparents never stood up for you and your siblings against unacceptable behavior. This is a red flag. Yes, exactly. There's nothing to say. Nothing to say in that. I don't get saying that. My parents have clearly made that clear to me and to my siblings. Okay, they're going to go there. You just go and just try to stay as outside as possible. Am I the asshole for planning to shave my daughter's hair? I'm a Hindu. Is it custom in my religion for babies to go through a rite of passage by shaving their hair when they're typically 1-3 years old? I'm not a Hindu. I cannot talk about it. Am I the asshole for disclosing my husband's medical history to our couples therapist? You're already on the couples therapist. You already are doing something wrong. So, yeah. Am I the asshole for refusing to cook separate meals for my stepdaughter? I want to see where this is going. I'm 100% sure it's like, well, I I love to eat broccoli, but my stepdaughter hates the broccoli. She ate broccoli once. She almost choked, and from there, she never ate broccoli. But so she said, "Oh no, I don't want broccoli, but I don't want to make another plate. So I'm saying no. You gotta eat the broccoli." And I'm just stuffing it inside her throat. You're like, it's like, oh, suck it up, baby. Let's read. Oh, the asshole because at least it's enough to make himself a quick salad. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now the asshole because at least is old enough to make herself a quick salad bowl of pasta or peanut butter and jelly if she's not happy with the meal. I do this with my teens who all eat meat but still complain chicken again. I mean, you can just tell her, what do you want? If you're always eating the same thing, of course she can say yeah, but I don't know. We don't know the post, so we can't make a judgment. Am I the asshole for not rehoming my snakes so my dad's pregnant partner can move in? I don't fucking care. You don't move animals. You coming to my house, my animals are my family. Period. You're not the asshole. Period. Am I the asshole for being upset that he returned a check given to us by family members? What? I want to know more. Okay, we found out we were pregnant 8 months ago. I'm due on Valentine's Day. This is our first child together, and our nerves peaked last month surrounding it because he was laid off unexpectedly. He was a manager at a dispensary, and his best friend was the owner. The company slowly started hitting the red, so the guys were really pushing their promotion and getting investors, etc. But it got to a point where my fiance wasn't paid for a month because the company simply didn't have the funds to pay their employees. He stuck it out with no fuss because he said he knew the company would make it. And it did. But as soon as they got back to the green, his friend laid him off and told him the cut was necessary for budgeting. My fiance, I'm still gonna call him fiance, I don't care, was then paid all his back paychecks in products with that. And my fiance accepted it because it's his friend. I was fuming, but there wasn't much I could do. I don't think any real friends would have done what he did. We have been full-on struggling since that point. He has tried getting on unemployment, but was denied. Not sure why, because he was with the company for over 2 years. Both of us have been applying to multiple different positions and don't even get so much as a rejection email. Just zero response out of the hundreds of apps we have sent out combined. We own our house outright and only pay land tax, so that's not much an issue, but we have a baby coming. Like, this is a huge deal. We have no money to our name right now. Our accounts are literally overdrawn. I've been selling off our stuff just to get by. But regardless, my mother-in-law and my mom threw us a baby shower on Saturday. My fiance's incredibly wealthy aunt and uncle showed up. They have like 6 houses, own 3 companies, no kids, and they live out of state. When she got around to opening their gift, it was a check for $30,000. They stated that they are getting older now and they're trying to put their wealth forward and help people in need, and they knew we needed it. They said multiple times that it was pocket change to them because my fiancé immediately said he couldn't take it. And I understand why it would be hard to. I truly do. That's a lot of money, and I would be conflicted as well, but we needed this, and they were adamant about it being pocket change and kept expressing that they have so much money that they don't know what to do with it, and they wanted to help us more than that, but figured my fiancé would have said no, so they dropped into a smaller number. He outright refused to take it, and as dramatic as it sounds, it truly ruined the entire day, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. We desperately needed it. He could have started a business and paid his uncle back, and I told him that. He immediately told me to drop it, and it wasn't my place, but I stood firm and said, was this was our out in a hard time, and you say no due to your own pride. Pride doesn't buy fucking diapers. This is just Breaking Bad. This is just Breaking Bad, basically. You say I'm in the wrong because it's his family has the right to say no. Yeah, you're the no. OP is not the asshole. The husband is the asshole. 100%. Just nothing else to say. You're the asshole. You need the money. If not you, your kid needs the money. It's just that easy. You need to give your kid the best chance at life. You need the money. You say, Uncle, I'm gonna get those money back. I'm gonna give you this money back. I don't care if you don't need it. I don't care if it's pocket change. I need to give you this money back because for me it's a debt. But I'll give them back in due time. And then you do it. Your OP is not the asshole. The husband is an asshole. 100%. If life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. If life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Then you take the lemon slices, and you find something else you can do with them. Somehow. I don't fucking care what. Let's look it up. What can you do with lemon peel? You can do candied lemon peels. Lemon peels. Peel. Whatever. You can do that. You should. That is actually... I thought you could do it only with oranges. No joke. But that you learn something new about every day. Huh. Let me see. I'm just gonna say not the asshole. Unless there's Breaking Bad references. They say, oh, you're the asshole, Skyler. Not the asshole. He cares more about his pride and fragile ego than you and your child. You'll have a newborn soon, and he deliberately sets you all up for ongoing financial hardship and suffering. He's an asshole and not ready to be a husband or father. He has a lot of inner work to do. Yep. Yep. I can't say anything else. And we do not forget, don't forget that not the SLP, your fiancé is well out of line. As for this, he has tried getting on unemployment but was denied. Too many possibilities. Because it was dispensary, the state is prejudiced against it. His buddy screwed him over again and said whatever he needed to deny unemployment. I don't know about that, so I can't talk about it. So, yeah, I see not the asshole everywhere. Not the asshole at all. Family dynamics and egos are tough. Egos and pride are also tough. Your husband should have insisted on being paid with actual cash from his job. Weed and dabs are cool for college kids, but he has a freaking baby on the way. And that only benefits one person, the person ingesting or smoking it, not you or the baby. Exactly. I mean, he could have sold them. While you literally have no money, you can't be picky about where it comes from. Perhaps you can make contact with the aunt and set up a little fund for the baby with the understanding that the use of the money will improve the child's life. If your husband insists of not taking it, perhaps you can ask rich auntie and uncle to set up the funds and give you access. His ego is preventing his child from having a stable environment. Do what is best for your child and your family. Baby's health and security has to come first. Yeah, not the asshole. Oh, Jesus. And I'm usually the last person to lean into hyperboles. But in this case, and as someone old enough to be your mom, I will not hesitate to tell you that for your safety and the safety and well-being of your soon-to-be born child, I think you need to seriously consider leaving this man. And if you cannot bring yourself to do that, then you need to insist that he go to marriage counseling with you. No compromises. And here's why. I agree with her or him. I don't know. I don't judge. He has now shown you twice that he will prioritize saving face, i.e., his ego, above even ensuring that you and your child are safe and have what you need to keep a roof over your head and food on the table. That is not a small thing. It is everything because it means that you cannot trust them. Not ever. Exaggeration, but true. First, he allowed a friend to take advantage of him for an extended period of time, and you're right that that person wasn't a friend. And maybe that could have been seen as him having a good heart. But when he allowed that person to pay him for weeks' worth of labor in the cannabis product, he showed that he's so insecure and immature that he was more worried about what this person who had been taking advantage of him for weeks thought of him, and not of seeming uncool or making a fuss that he was about being able to buy food or other necessities. Yeah, basically he wanted to be like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay with weed. Maybe he just wanted he just wanted to be high. Where were we? That in the midst of the financial crisis, and with your baby coming anytime, he refused a generous gift from family, not even a loan, which you could maybe say he was nervous about repaying. Again, entirely to save face. Not for any meaningful reason other than his perception that he needs to put a certain impression of himself out into the world. And this is more important to him than for you to be able to buy food or baby necessities or pay the land taxes that allow you to keep your home. He also did so unilaterally against your wishes, indicating that he thinks he has veto power over you, your household, and relationship. Your husband is desperately immature and self-involved, and that's so fucking awful. But more than that, he has reached a point where it's dangerous for you and your child. He is putting his self-image literally above your basic needs, and he genuinely believes that he has the right to refuse help that you desperately need because it bruises his ego. Please, I know you love him, but he's going to leave you destitute. This is a man who would rather be broke and starving but protect his image than protect the people he loves. You are not the asshole, but you need to walk away. Let him ruin his own life, but do not let him do this to you and your child. Yeah. I couldn't say it better. I mean, maybe it's a Walter White situation where he actually has a lot of money just sitting under the house. Maybe he's just very good at cooking. We don't know. But yeah, I'd be furious, and I would close the relationship with that. I would close the relationship with that. You're basically saying, oh, your ego is better than your kid. Oh, but you don't know my family. I don't fucking care about your family. I care about my kid, our kid. Do you want your kid to live in a shitty situation? Maybe lose our house? Do you? But there's no buts. Do you have the money to keep the kid? Yes. Where? I'm gonna find it. You already found them. You refused them. Take the money. Take the money or I leave. And I'm going to ask your uncle and aunt for the money. And I'm still going to stay to be in your family's life, but without you. And you're not gonna see the kid. Because if you go to a court, the court is gonna take the court is gonna fuck him over. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even realize how much fucked he is. If the mom wants to, of course. Because, dads are kinda on the they have a little bit of handicap over this whole keeping the kid situation. Usually it's the mom that keeps it. And on this side, I'm 100% with it. The mom should keep the kid. Am I the asshole for saying my daughter's cooking suck? How old is your daughter? How old is your daughter? I mean, you're the asshole, I guess, but how old is she? We are missing not a pizza hater. We are missing very important details. We just need one detail. How old is? No, he 16. Yeah, say, oh, your pizza sucks is very, very rude. Every Sunday, we have a family dinner, and my wife is the one that cooks. But last Sunday, our daughter asked if she could make us a homemade pizza because she found some awesome recipe online. She agreed, but the pizza was absolutely horrible. But everyone, my wife, and my other kids complimented her, and when she asked me if I liked it, I told her that it sucks. This made her extremely upset and she went to her room. And everyone at the table looked at me like I was an asshole that you were. But I told them that if I complimented her pizza, she'd just keep making it. And the last thing I want is to be stuck eating a terrible pizza every Sunday. But no one seemed to agree with me. And they all claim I ruined the family dinner. Am I the asshole in this situation? Yes. You can say it. You can just say it's all about how you say it. You could just say, look, I told Rebecca that she made some horrible pancakes, but I tried to eat it. I tried to eat them because she mistakenly, and it wasn't even her fault because it was her mom's fault since she put salt instead of sugar, so they were salty as fuck. It was literally impossible to eat. But she spent so much time working on them, so I was like, do you like them? I'm sorry, I can't do it. This is terrible. I'm sorry. I had to cover up, but I was like, I know you spend so much time, but it's terrible. I'm sorry, I can't eat it. It's gonna kill me. And it probably was gonna kill me. There was like 200 grams of salt in it. Do you have any idea how much salt do you need to kill a person? So roughly 1.5, 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. So yeah, it would have killed me. It would have killed me. Well, I'm glad I didn't take seconds. But I felt so bad. I told her. I still told her you did everything. You still managed to make some very good looking pancakes, even though there was salt instead of sugar. Yeah. Kudos to her. Kudos to her. You're good. But god damn it, double check on the sugar next time. But with this said, I tried. I truly did. And we left it off. I told her, look, she was feeling very guilty, and I hugged her. And did I? I don't remember if we actually left it off or if she was actually feeling down because she spent so much time making them. But I don't remember. Either way, it's something that we laugh about now. But for real, she makes some very good pancakes. What can I say? Why she doesn't mistake salt for sugar? Again, it was her mom's fault. She swapped the things. You don't have to go and say, "Oh, this is terrible." You just go, Emily. Let's just call her Emily. Next time, why don't we do it together? I'll be honest. The pizza is not good, but it's the first time you've done it, and it's 100 times better than I ever did. This is 100 times better than I did the first time I made pizza. So don't worry if it's bad. Don't worry if it's bad. We are gonna be next time. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna see what was the wrong step, and then you're gonna give us the best pizza ever, and it's gonna be filled with so much love. It's Italians are gonna come inside and be like, "Mamma mia, that is a good pizza." That's how you should. I mean, I know that it kind of sound stupid, but jokes aside, be like, for real, be like, look, it shows that it's the first time you've done it. It's not good, but nothing is good of the first time you do it if you're just starting out too. So don't stop doing it. Just because it's bad the first time, don't stop doing it. Let's do it together next time. For real. Period. Yeah, so you could have politely given her constructive feedback about what it was specifically you didn't like. She's still young. She's still learning. You had to be an asshole about it and probably discouraged her completely. Yeah, that's the problem. Or you just said that it looked lovely, but the crust was raw this time and you prefer a cooked pizza crust. Say this gently and not likely to cause offense. Tell you someone you prefer a cooked pizza crust is gonna come across as passive-aggressive. No one prefers a cooked pizza crust, you know? I have just said at the moment, oh, it looks like the crust is still raw. Let's toss this back in the oven for a few minutes. Yeah, we don't know if the pizza was uncooked, though. Maybe it was too cooked. Maybe the toppings were bad. Maybe the dough was badly done. You don't know. It always sucks to fail. I'm an adult and failing still sucks. People try to shield their kids from stress and failure, even though they're normal parts of life. The amounts of uni students that complain about having to study these days is ridiculous. Some professors do suck and preserve to be admonished for it, but there are too many students who are overwhelmingly critical about anything that requires the slightest amount of effort and stress. Jesus Christ. My son's first time making cookies, he used 1.5 cups of baking soda instead of 1.5 teaspoons. He was upset at first, but we had a good laugh, threw them away, and made a new batch. See? This one. See? You just say, yeah, it sucks. Let's do it again. That's the fun in cooking. I told him it didn't feel like cookies. He learned a new way not to make them. I guarantee he'll never make that mistake a second time. So we chalk it up to a learning experience. There's a right way and a wrong way to handle failures, and OP took the wrong way. Instead of teaching her to get back up when she falls, he's teaching her to stay in the dirt. Yes, exactly. This one, thank you. When I first became interested in cooking, I tried a soup recipe for my family and thought a clove of garlic meant the whole head. It still got eaten if I remember correctly, but boy howdy. That is not bad. Garlic is good. I would have ate it. I would have ate it. No problem. What about it? I mean, there is a pasta. It's literally the 3 garlic pasta. Oh, I gotta go on YouTube. Let me find it. Which one is it? Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. God damn it. Oh, try ideas for the pasta. Pasta 3. There we go. I found it. I found it. This is garlic pasta with 24 hours guaranteed of abstinence of sex from sex. Basically, you eat this, you're not gonna have sex for 24 hours. You eat like 4 entire garlic heads in one pasta. You're not anyone that goes next to you is gonna die. You can kill vampires by just breathing onto them. You can just go and you see the vampire go, the food emperor. For real. Garlic is a pretty safe one to overuse. Remember, never use only 1 clove of garlic unless it's a recipe for 1 roasted clove of garlic. And even then, use 2. Yeah. Yeah. I agree, Darian. I was helping to make cookies at a friend's home when I was about 9. Her mom was a great cook and was helping us a bit. I guess she must have gotten distracted because we forgot the sugar. Didn't make a big deal, just started over. Exactly! Oh, there's someone asking me for a price. Give me a second. Basically, let me just give you a little bit of insight about stuff. There's a hat. Oh, second of TF2 advice. There's a hat. They're just telling me, hey, look, how much would you pay for this? Let's just see. I want to see a thing. Let's just take away the... No, let's not take away the severed serration. We have devilish taro and temperate horns. See? You now have a good idea of how much this head is worth because we found the sister effects. This one is the red one. This one is the blue one. And which one was the one that we had? The purple one. The purple one, I think, is worse than this one too. So I would price it at around 20. 20, 25. So if I had to buy it, I'd buy it at 13, 14, maximum 15. And then you just go back and sell it. You can also see here. I'm not online. I'm not logged in because we are on the stream thing. But you can see the trend. You can see if it's sold or not. And you get what I mean. You go here, you also check and be like, oh, this one sold for like $50. $50 divided by 2 is 25. So it's 25 keys. That you take away at least a 10% because you're like, this place does overpriced shit. So yeah, now you know a little bit. It's not the best rule, but it's a rule of thumb to not get scammed. This way you can't go wrong. Anyway, let's see. And your way not to do the thing is a total win. Needed to hear this for myself today, so thanks. Don't worry, my boy. You're okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my brother be part of the family business? I don't fucking care about that. Am I the asshole for assuming my daughter stole some money from her mother's purse? I'm not gonna touch that. Am I the asshole for suggesting my boyfriend sleep on the couch? Depends. Let's read. I live in a two-bedroom apartment with my boyfriend. The original plan was to have a second room be an office for both of us, since it was decently sized. I've asked my boyfriend about cleaning up the room, full of his stuff and a small love seat, so I could move in there, and he said he liked having his own space. So my desk and computer is set up in the master bedroom because there's a little space and a dog in the living dining room area. I was working on some homework around 1 a.m. when my boyfriend came in and asked me to turn off the lights so he could go to bed. I told him no, as I'm using the lights for notes, and he suggested he sleeps on the couch in the living room. He got mad and said my dog would keep him up all night and he needed to sleep. So I suggested he sleep in the office because the dog isn't allowed in there. He told me that the love seat was too small for him, pretty true, and said he was turning the lights off. I told him if he let me put my things in the office, this wouldn't be a problem. He got mad and sulked off to sleep on the living room. He came home from work and told me that my comment was unnecessary and that he didn't appreciate me blaming the situation on him. I told him that he broke from the original plans and likes his space, so it is his fault. We got into a fight and we aren't speaking much right now. I can admit I was an ass during the argument, but I think I'm justified for not turning off the lights because I was doing schoolwork. My brother said it was a dick move on my part because he needs sleep for his job, teaching. Am I the asshole? Edit. I don't have a laptop and I'm hesitant to move my tower into the kitchen because my older dog is nosy and has become quite clumsy at his age. What about, and hear me out, you take a lamp. Instead of having the big lights, like you see that one, why don't you take, I know you can't see, but you can see the light. Why don't you take this one, huh? What about this one? You can just pop it in. You just click, and oh, would you look at that? You can see on your desk without having to keep your boyfriend awake. Oh wow! What a revolutionary action! Noszelias is gonna win the 2023 Nobel of Peace. After this, he found the solution of such a necessary problem. So yeah, both are assholes. Boyfriend for just being turn off the lights. I mean, you can just put the sheets on top of your head. I mean, I literally do the burrito thing, and I put the sheets on top of my head. So with this one that I have right now on my bed, you can't see it, of course. If I go under it, I literally can't see if the lights is on or off. So, yeah, it seems like a skill issue to me. And she, because I gotta keep the lights on. I'm not gonna put the lights of my lamp. I gotta keep all the lights. I'm gonna turn on another couple of lights just in spite of you. You two had planned for it to be both of you two's office. He's being a child about it. It's your name on the lease. He's one big red flag. What the fuck? What the fuck? If they're renting the place and still hopes he pays a bigger portion of the rent since he's taking over one whole room for himself that a P is not allowed to use while a P has no such space for himself. What the fuck? If it was on the opposite side, I wouldn't breathe like that. Just make the other room. SPF about cleaning up the room full of his stuff and a small love seat. Just take away the love seat or something, and put the thing there. This way you two can work on there. But yeah, you're being an ass about it. You both are. Are the assholes. These are the consequences of your own actions. Uh, both are the assholes, in my opinion. You could have just bought a lamp to avoid having to deal with this, especially if he's working. And he could have given you space on the other room. Work on it. Compromise. Compromising. No, that is improvising. Man, what a bad line. Not the asshole, BF is being selfish. Yes, but both are being assholes about it. It's not the asshole period, in my opinion. Yeah, they should have given me the place. If you don't have another space where you can work, you two either need to work one out together, or he sleeps on the couch when you need to work. Is the dog very young, or is there some other reason you can't study in the same room? He's gotten pretty clumsy in his old age and trips over things pretty often. I don't have a laptop, so I'd have to move my tower to the kitchen. I'm worried something would happen to my pup and my computer. Fair enough. Fair enough. You had a pen and he waffled. He can't have all the options. Oh yeah, you're right about that. He was the one that said it. You should have that there, right? Well, this time you should just some desk set up. So, I don't know. I think that a lamp will solve this problem. So I really have no idea what they're making. Why this is such a big deal. So I don't know. I really have no idea. Yeah, the boyfriend should have should have either make space on the other room. Oh yeah, just give it a lamp. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. I think we have time for one more. Am I the asshole for indirectly asking a woman to please try and quiet her crying toddler down? Okay, okay. My bad. I was at a museum with a few friends today and entered at the same time as two women pushing their kids in stroller. As soon as everyone paid, we entered into the main exhibit area where her kid started non-stop crying. Instead of trying to calm her toddler down, she simply continued her conversation with the other mom over her crying child. This continued on for about 5 minutes straight, with no end in sight. Multiple people were looking in her direction, silently pleading for her to allow them to enjoy a quiet space they paid 20 plus bucks each to enjoy. Jesus. I tried to walk ahead and ignore it, but around every corner, her screeching kid was right there. I finally walked back to the front and asked the attendant if he could politely mention to her that her child was directly prohibiting everyone's ability to enjoy her time. I held back a few minutes and then re entered. She must have guessed I was the culprit and proceeded to call me an asshole for not being able to tolerate a crying kid. No. I chose not to engage and ignored her while she tried and failed to berate me. In my opinion, if you aren't even trying to quiet your kid down at a museum, then you should go outside until they stop to be courteous to everyone else. Am I crazy? No, you're not. It's your kid. I mean, if I'm in a museum and your kid is crying and you just say, yeah, just let him cry, I am allowed to be annoyed by it. if you have a kid, you're trying to, comfort him, like, oh, come on, don't cry, don't cry, and the kid is crying, then I'm just gonna be like, ah, god damn it, the kid is crying. But I'm not just gonna go, can you make the kid shut up? Can you? You either make the kid shut up or you go outside. Huh? Of course not. But if you're just ignoring it, I'm just gonna call somebody to tell it for you. Because I'm an asshole, but I don't want to get the rage of a mom. Mom's rage is not to be underestimated. She can break you if she wants. But yeah, I don't think he's the asshole. If you're literally ignoring and you're making everyone's trip worse because you couldn't keep your ovaries in check, and now you can't deal with the consequences. You go out, you make the kid stop crying, and then you go back in. I'm not telling you, oh, you gotta get kicked out, you're never gonna see the museum ever again. Just calm your fucking child. Not the asshole. I have 2 kids. I was all ready to come here and call you the asshole because, yeah, there's not a button you can push to make them stop crying. I think there is. It's called bonk on the head. The problem is that they either start crying more or they stop altogether. The problem is restarting them afterwards. But there is a difference between being annoyed by a mother in line at SVC trying to soothe her ear-infected kid while waiting for an antibiotic prescription. Someone gave me a nasty look and I shot back, oh, I'm sorry, is this bothering you? It's super relaxing for me, and a snotty noise. And a mother ignoring a crying child in a leisure setting, like a museum, coffee shop, etc. Exactly. I would never shame a crying kid in any public setting, like a store, or hell, even the zoo, Disneyland Park. I mean, those places are bursting with kids. I mean, Disneyland is literally for kids. So why would you be angry? I just mind my own business, but a little self-awareness in a quiet museum goes a long way. Yeah. Some people just take children's shoes like it's this in public. No, I'm not saying that. But I get annoyed by them. Like, god damn it. But, I mean, they're kids. So, of course, if they just start crying, there's not much I can do about it. And those people annoy the shit out of me, so I think they should be the ones to stay home. Yeah. But if it's a place where there is any expectation of quiet, leave your kid home. Or if you have to take them, remove them the minute they go higher than a reasonable level of volume. Yeah, exactly. You go in the bathroom or you go outside and you make them stop crying and then you go back. Easy. You don't know why the kid is crying, so I don't fucking know, but it's not my kid, so how is that my problem? I commend you for your bravery to go up and say something. I'm sure everyone was thankful. Everyone but the lady in question was definitely relieved. Most of the people in my town visiting the museums at Balboa Park come from far away. So to be able to enjoy a quiet space or interpret art... Oh, to interpret art is it an unreasonable ask? Or so I thought. Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, your kid is crying? Just go out. Not the asshole unless this was a children's museum. What is children's museum? I want to know what this guy's idea of children art museum is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'd be like, okay, this was made by Katie. She's 2 years old. Is it this drawing of a giraffe that looks like a dog is being sold for $20,000. If anyone has any offer, they can talk at the entrance booth. So next one is made by Tommy. Tommy is a very talented artist. As you can see, this messing at home is Tommy just dropped every color on it and just splashed it over. You can see there's a little bit of wall around because we went in and cut a part of the wall because it was so important for the rest of the for the whole piece of art. So this one is going for at least 500,000. Again, you can tell you can buy it at the reception. We will send it at your home. We will install it. We will break your favorite wall and install this as part of it, free of charge. Last, we have Robbie Robbo. This is it's just his dog. It's just his dog. He painted over his dog. It's just you gotta find it. It's living art. It's the liveliest art I've ever seen. You can find him. It's the doggo with the blue paint all around it, all on top of it. You can pet him. It's not bad, but that one isn't for sale. Just so you know, but you can pet it. And if you want to give them if you want to give them treats, there are treats right there. There is the bowl for the treats. What do you expect from the chilled art museum? What the fuck? Welcome back, Darian. Oh, so how you doing, Daniel? How has the day treated you so far? Wow, it's almost 11 a.m. p.m. Now the asshole PM so sick and tired to these lazy entitled parents that do not even attempt to quiet their crying child, even once in a public place of entertainment that you have to pay money to enjoy. They spend more energy and effort trying to shame people for expecting them to do their job as a parent. Letting this kid scream its head off for more than 5 minutes straight up is enough to give people legitimate migraines, but this asshole woman couldn't give a shit less, apparently. My only regret is that you didn't put the brat in her place when she confronted you for refusing to put up with her screaming brat. No, he OP did put her into her place. He literally showed, I am better than you. I mean, for real, she was like, oh no, I want to be the crying child now. He was like, not, this is not the time or not the place to be an infant child. I will not lower my person to your level. Oh, I just found an image of OP. This is even better. That's just him for real, for real. We can find another one. I thought it was gonna be longer. Am I the asshole for learning Spanish behind my fiance's back and uncovering his family's true feeling? Oh, basically you you learn Spanish just so you can learn what his family was saying about you behind your back. That's based. I'm Chinese American. My fiance was born in Argentina. We met 2 years ago and just recently got engaged. Spanish is his native language, and his family only speaks it. His parents and siblings speaks very little English. I have picked up on a few phrases he uses and words, but not enough to get by. I have offered multiple times through our relationship to take classes and even beg them to teach me. I want to feel more connected with him and his family, and I feel like learning his language is a good start, especially now that we're engaged. Why he told me that I don't have to, and that it's a sweet offer, but it's unnecessary. But you could just teach her a couple of words every week. Like, you know what? You see the window? We call that ventana in Spanish. Which it's true. By the way, it's true. Is it ventana? Oh fuck, did I fuck it up? Did I make myself a clown? Ventana. Yes. Thank you. I'm not stupid. And I'm stupid. Yeah. Woo! Or be like, while you're eating, be like, you know, we call this vaso. And you show the glass. You just to give them a little words, slowly. I try to do that with my parents with English, but they're adamant about doing the opposite. Be like, no, I do not want to learn English. But you literally say you want to learn English, yeah, but not like this. Then how? I don't want to. Whatever. I always ask why, and he always says the same shit, that it would be too hard and it's not worth it because if his immediate family knows English and communicating with them is most important. Spanish is not that hard. Come on, Spanish is not that hard, especially if you know English. Yeah, you're not gonna be fluent, but it's not that hard. You could just learn cállate, also known as shut up, or démate, also known as stay away, or pendejo, which is not Spanish, it's Mexican, but whatever. Or te quiero is not a can I ask, it's I love you. I don't remember the first part, but I remember it was. Let's look it up. Can I ask for a glass of water in Spanish? Can I have? Oh, yeah. ¿Puede tener un vaso de agua, por favor? See, it's not that hard. It's literally not that hard. Well, they speak Spanish in Mexico, don't they? Yeah, but I never heard Spanish from Spain say pendejo. So that's why I think it's a Mexican thing. Like cabrón. Estúpida, estúpido.
Estúpida, estúpido, 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 estúpido.
Idiot. Idiot.
Idiot.
Idiot. Idiot.
I don't want you to use my microphone. It's not that hard. Spanish is not that hard. As long as you learn that stuff like this, the double L. Oh, you can't see it. Let me just. As long as you learn that this is not L, it's Y. So this is paella. It's not paella. It's easy. Or what maña? Oh, it's Spanish Italian. No. Mañana. This is you. You set up. You're just gone. You can just do whatever you want. No sé cómo hablar español. Basically. No sé cómo hablar español. See? Ñe. It's easy. Spanish is easy as fuck. I think it's one of the easiest languages that you can learn. For real. If you have a basic understanding of Latin-based languages, of course. So English, French, Italian, and which one were the others? You get what I mean. Yeah, we know about that. Or that it would be authentic to the way his fam speaks. Then teach me. I argue that the few times we've had dinner with the family, the bulk of the conversation was in Spanish, and I felt left out. He argued back that he isn't going to learn Futsonese, the dialect my fam speaks in return, and he also feels left out. I can understand being like, I don't want to learn an entire new language just for your family, but you should learn a little bit of the language. You should just go like, hola, me, me, me aprendiz,
Aprendizaje.
me aprendizaje, español. Let's learn. Oh, it's Italian. Yeah. Sto imparando lo spagnolo.
Estoy aprendiendo español.
Oh, okay, aprendiendo. Now it connects. My brain made the connection again. Good. Be like, hola, me, J is French. Me estoy aprendiendo español. Todavía no soy bueno. And then you can just work about it. You like, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama this? And you just go, esto se llama, and then you go, I don't fucking know. ¿Cómo se llama this? ¿Cómo se llama esto? And they go, esto se llama botella. Botella.
Botella.
See? See? I told you. It's yeah. Because it's double L. It's really just that easy. There wasn't even a valid statement because we never speak Futsal around him, and I barely know it. I will also never make him learn it. Yeah, if I had to learn a new language to stay with my significant other's parent, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn everything, but I'm gonna learn what is necessary to just hold a little bit of conversation. His mom planned a dinner to celebrate our engagement this past weekend at her place. It was a decent-sized gathering, and I was the only non-Spanish speaker. My family leaves the state over and couldn't make it, but we had plans to have another dinner all together. That's good. I have been learning Spanish behind his back because I wanted to know if they were speaking badly of me. My Spanish was nowhere near good enough. The week before, I spoke with my friend who knows Spanish, and I asked if I could FT her so she could translate for me while I had my AirPods in. Oh, okay. Basically, call. Okay. At the dinner, I met some new fam members, and they all said Spanish. I wasn't expecting her to be Chinese. Others also made comments about our age gap and how I was probably with him for the money because my people are known for that. Okay. They also made comments like my fam probably comes from nail salons. Jesus, they racist, man. He told them to shut up, but never really defended me. I spoke with his mom and sister a bit, and they also made comments about me being with him for money, and they don't see what he sees in me. I overheard his mom saying an Argentinian girl would be a better fit, but I'll bite him in the ass soon enough. Oh, but it will bite him in the ass soon enough. I scooted myself and took the car home. He texted me pissed that I will leave out of nowhere and leave him stranded. I explained to him that I did, and I know eavesdropping is very wrong, but I don't feel bad after what I heard. Oh, I explained what I did. I read that I did. Yeah, I gotta get new glasses. Yeah. There's no way around it. I gotta get new glasses. He said maybe they're right and that I was an entire asshole for doing that, and said this is why he was trying to protect me. He's not protecting you. He should have just said, hey, look, my parents don't like you. They're a bunch of assholes. They're a bunch of assholes because they just see race. They don't see you. He said that's how they are and they won't change. But what pisses me off is he never speaks highly of me to them either, or defends me as his fiancée. His mom thinks I betrayed and embarrassed them, and I was petty for doing that. No, you're not an asshole. Don't marry him. He's dishonest and you deserve more respectfully. No, don't go that far, but yeah, if they wouldn't say it in English what they said in Spanish, then they are the ones being petty. Exactly. Oh no, you caught them being racist and now they're embarrassed and upset that you caught them. Good for you. Also, if you haven't already, dump that guy. Dump him in Spanish in front of his mother so she knows or P knows Spanish enough. Nah, just dump him, leave him. Just go away. If you have to dump him, just leave him and don't make a big deal out of it. Otherwise, you're just gonna prove, because it's not real. She's not really an asshole, but it's gonna reinforce the idea that Chinese people are bad for the idea of the family that Chinese people are bad or yada yada yada. The racist idea. He was trying to protect you, but made no effort to defend you. Not the asshole. Why is he hiding from both sides? Being cruel and rude about a person doesn't change just because they don't understand the language. And it's way worse doing it in front of them when thinking they won't understand. That's just leaning into shit behavior. The fact it's all dripping in races, yeah, ish. I was leaning towards everyone sucks here initially based on your motivation for learning the language. You wouldn't have needed his permission to do it. It just might have been nice. But in reality, learning a new language is not easy, and it's your own business why you chose to do so. You're not going through someone's secret messages, etc. Nor were you eavesdropping. They're speaking in front of you. That's not a private conversation. Yeah, they're just using a code message, basically, because what are languages if not coded messages that we use? Your BF saying he was trying to protect you is a weak response. If he was trying to protect you, he would have not put you in a room full of people speaking shit about you without defending you. Being like, if I had to do it, I would have told Ribbit, look, these people don't like you. Let's prove them wrong. I'll love you, and I know you have potential to be... potential? No, what the fuck am I saying? I love you, and I know you're a good person. They just don't know it yet. Let's show them that you're as golden as I see that you are. I don't fucking know. It's 11. I'm tired. Show them wrong. And then you just go in, and if they go, she's from, I don't fucking know, she's from the mountains, I go like, yeah, what about it? What about it? The fuck does that mean? She's stupid. You're the one making a judgment based on the... You're the one making a judgment based on where she came from. Who's the real fool here, huh? Who's the real fool? Of course, I tend to be overreacting both ways, so who knows? But yeah, boyfriend should have told her from the get-go, should have helped her a little bit. I'm not saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna teach you every single word in the Spanish language, but just that a couple of words, a couple of verbs, a couple of things. Just be like, hey, let's see if you can understand me. Como me llamo? And she goes like, oh, I don't understand. You say, I just said, what is my name? Let's retry. Como me llamo? And she goes, te llami boyfriend. Like, yeah, good enough. Yeah, good job. Be supportive, not destructive. Not the asshole people are most honest when they don't know the subject of discussion can hear them. They made their opinions perfectly clear, and your fiancé made it clear he's not willing to shut it down. It's funny how, while your family speaks English for his benefit, his family can't because they use the language barrier to get away with rude comments. What happened at this engagement dinner is a sign that you should. Is a sign of what will come at the wedding. Yeah. I think that's enough for asshole-ish people. Am I the asshole for not attending my uncle's funeral and going on vacation instead? Yes, you are. Am I the asshole for making a joke about my brother's look to his blind GF? I'm not gonna touch that. Fellas, it was a blast, as always. I always have fun with the Am I the asshole? The only thing I wish, and that is a me problem, is not a you problem, just let's be clear, is I wish we had more people on active on chat. And again, it's my fault for not being entertaining enough for people to come back here. So don't get. I'm not trying to blame people. I gotta be better, and I will. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna have a good 2023 for streaming, and I will. But I think that if we get more people, if I manage to make more people come back to the streams, this is gonna be much better because I'll be able to know what your opinion is, and I'll see how many times I'll be the Joker and how many times I'll be the actual competent person. Just have to be neutral towards most stuff, so I don't say my opinion. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that the thing that I didn't want to happen happened, and it's all my fault. I know. I don't want people to think, oh, you should write it, but if there's more people, part of those people like, I want to give my opinion, so. That's the thing. I don't want people to be forced to text. I want to be able to have more people because if you have more people, then there's gonna be people that want to text. But I don't want people in a voice chat because that would be fucking bad. It would boil down to a fight to the death in 5 minutes. I can feel it. Whew. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the chat. Oh, no. Why did you come up like that? You shouldn't have not come up like that. Aww. Adorable. I saw a cutesy thing. I saw a cutesy thing, and I will share on Discord. Let's see if I can share it. Let's put it on art. This way you can see it. Who's online? There's Nuka-Cola, there's Macho, there's Keanu Leaves, there's Gucci. How many are we on right now? Because I'm thinking... Oh, 5 people! Jesus Christ! I thought we were like 2. Then yeah, we should raid. Genshin Impact. More like, again, shit impacted the fan because I don't want it. Let's go towards... Matt Lasagna is Italian, so we... Do you guys want to be a little bit of Italian people?
Majima.
Oh no, he's gone. He
This guy
disappeared.
can't catch a break.
Let's go towards Kochi. Have a good night. Oh, thank you. Have a good night, everybody. And you too, Darian. Let's see each other tomorrow with some more Vampire the Masquerade because I do want to play more of it. It's a fun game. And I don't know what else to say. This was the end of the stream. Have a good night. Have a good everything. Take care. Brofist, whatever. I don't fucking care. Bye.